Welcome to today's session of Questions and Answers with Pastor Anthony, where your questions will be answered by what is written in the Word of God.
Well, welcome to today's session of Question and Answers with Pastor Anthony. Pastor, we have a viewer who has a question, a very good question.
Right.
When do you begin teaching kids biblical principles on sex education?
Yes, in today's society, you have to start very early. In yonder years or past years, you let them grow because kids were kids and nobody was putting all this sexual education in their face. But now they start as early as kindergarten. They begin to know all this from school. And so my advice to you is you've got to start as early as you can. And it becomes challenging because now parents don't know how to teach the children and when to teach the children, because a lot of parents also don't know what to teach their children about.
Right.
But children are so curious from a younger age. They want to know the different body parts and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so my advice will be teach your children at a very young age so that when they go out, they won't be surprised when someone tells them. As parents, what we have done as parents, we've taught our kids as young. We started either when they were first or second grade, and we taught them. And when they went to school, they were not surprised because we had already taught them. And if there was something contradicting, they'll come back and say, "Oh, the teacher said this." I said that no, the teacher could have said that, but this is what this is.
Sure.
And now, to a parent who might be out there does not know what to do, there are two books actually we've used that I would like to be able to recommend to help you be able to go through this. The first one is called Straight Talk with Your Kids About Sex. Straight Talks with Your Kids About Sex. And this is by Josh and Dottie McDowell. Then the other book is How and When to Tell Your Kids About Sex. How and When to Tell Your Kids About Sex. And this is by Stan and Brina Jones. These two books will explain for you every stage of a child, their childhood stage, and what can they comprehend. So then you don't overload anything over them or you don't underload them with anything. But you know exactly at what age I can share with them what, and they'll be able to comprehend that. Then when we reach another age, what you'll be able to introduce to them. And as you do that, it will be able to help them understand what it means in terms of sex and even sexual relationships and things like that. You start very early in life. That is what we have done. It has helped us. Those two books have been a great resource for us. And I believe that will be able to help you as well when you be able to read them and go through them.
Well, thank you, Pastor Anthony. That was really helpful because I know a lot of us have that question.
Yes, and it is good to have that to be able to help.
Yes.
Something you can go through and see what age, because if you have 5, 6 years old, what am I going to tell them? What are they going to understand?
Yes.
And so if you have some guidance on what they understand, these are doctors who have written this, they understand the development of the children.
Sure.
And so they know what the child can comprehend and things like that. And it is helpful. And they are believers, they are Christians, so it is not something that is coming from a secular world.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Pastor Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a question that you would like answered, just send it to the email link below, and Pastor will do his best to get your answers to your questions. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining us today, and stay blessed.